struck the coast of Alaska on Prince William Sound. A tanker by the name of Exxon Valdez en route to Los Angeles, California collided with Bligh Reef, spilling almost 750,000 barrels of crude oil into the waters. About 1,100 miles of water has been affected, making this the largest oil spill in U.S. history. Many populations of organisms are expected to be severely affected by this disaster. We now go live to our first correspondent, Nicole Sauve, with her report on this catastrophe's effect on food webs in the area.
Thanks, Joe. Throughout the years, we have seen many oil spills come and go, but this disaster has been the worst yet. Land disrupted, corals and oceans destroyed, but the worst effect was the drop in organisms. The species who has been taking the worst toll would have to be the Pacific herring, not only physically but commercially. Due to the population decrease, the herring fishery in Prince William Sound has been closed for 13 of the 19 years that the spill has happened. Pacific herring was a critical source of food for other predators. One of the most important predators would have to be the sea otters. Since then, the sea otter population has gone down almost half. So, the sea otter decrease affected the killer whale population drastically. 14 out of the 36 killer whales in Prince William Sound were killed in the oil spill. That's around 39%. One of the pods disappeared shortly after the spill and has never been found since. Researchers believe that their lungs were smeared by toxic fumes, and since killer whales' carcasses usually sink, no autopsy was possible. This is one of the examples of the food web facing difficulties, but there are many other food webs and chains in great danger of corruption due to the oil spill. Now back to you, Joe.
Thanks, Nicole, for those informative facts on food webs. Now here's Julia with her report on the population of organisms in Alaska. Julia?
Joe, the oil spill had various limiting factors that affected the population of organisms. From lack of clean water, populations of organisms decreased rapidly because all organisms need a healthy water source to live, or else they will die. Also, the oil contaminated a majority of food sources in the water, so populations decreased from lack of food. The oil itself killed many populations right off the bat, but it also contaminated species that are major food sources for other large populations. Humans also contributed to the decreasing of populations. Their attempt to remove oil from the rocks by using high-pressured hoses decreased and displaced many microbial populations on the shoreline, such as plankton. But we have good news by telling you that not all populations are wiped out. The pink salmon population has seemed to recover for the most part. That's all for me today. Now back to Joe for the projected aftermath on this catastrophe in the years to come.
Thanks, Julia. Biologists from across the country are saying that this particular disaster will have significant effects on Alaska's ecosystem for many years to come. The amount of oil lost in Prince William Sound can fill 125 Olympic-sized pools.
Wow!
A crucial species in the Alaskan fishing industry, the herring, is expected never to fully recoup after a large percent of its population was wiped out from the spill. This will push the official beginning of the fishing season to May instead of March. Predictions indicate that oil will linger in the coastal beaches near the site of the spill for at least 12 more years. In lighter news, the local citizens have established new safety procedures in the event of a similar disaster, thereby preparing themselves for any future danger towards their already jeopardized ecosystem. With Julia Muller and Nicole Sauve, I'm Joe Burke, Channel 7 News.